sadness, 100% sadness. He's grieving. Whoa, this is crazy though. What the heck? It's a defensive mechanism. He's protecting himself because he feels so lonely and unaccepted by the world. That's why Teru is saying that, wait, don't leave me behind. Stop rejecting me. Hello friends, my name is Benoit Kim, a UPenn educated licensed psychotherapist and your favorite yapper. Welcome back. I cannot believe we saw the beginning of the showdown between Mob and his new nemesis, Teru. And we'll see what unfolds. And I'm glad everyone enjoyed my authentic approach and yapping for almost nearly an hour and a half for a 24 episode last week. Here we go. Assassination Zero, Helix, and Ishimaru are the founding sponsors here. Thank you so much for your support since day one. Shout out to all the YouTube family and Patreon folks. Sit back and I hope you enjoy. And for those who celebrated the July 4th weekend, the 250th birthday for the United States, happy July 4th weekend, everyone, and we shall see what unfolds today.
Yeah.
Yup. Impossible. That's interesting. So remember I said that Teru is seemingly narcissistic, and here's the criteria. Here's the DSM-5 TR criteria for narcissistic personality disorder, NPD. And again, I'm talking about clinically. And again, there's 7 criteria, but here's the 5 behavior hallmarks that we look for when we're considering someone with narcissistic personality disorder or narcissist, colloquially speaking. 1, this self-grandiosity. 2, lack of empathy. That's a big one because sociopath or antisocial personality disorder, ASPD, the biggest hallmark is lack of remorse. And for NPD, narcissistic personality disorder, the biggest hallmark is lack of empathy. 3, fragile ego. There's 2 types of narcissists, and this is not the place to go into that because it's not like a forensic reaction series. But the most commonly seen narcissists, again, clinically speaking, are those with fragile ego and tremendous trauma and attachment wounds. And they like to exert their identity based on their sense of control, this totality of control, by doubling down on their self. That, oh, I'm the most important thing. The world doesn't matter. I'm never wrong. The world is wrong. Why? Because they're extremely fragile with their sense of self deep inside, but they try to cover that up and overcompensate. Clinically, we call that compensatory mechanism. Compensatory mechanism, definition right here. Or colloquially, we've heard some people that, why are you overcompensating? Or he's overcompensating. It's the same thing. And narcissists, they overcompensate by doubling down, tripling down on their sense of importance, sense of self. Everything's about them. And those are generally the 4 criteria to look for to even when we start considering that, oh, they might be exhibiting NPD. And many of us may have the traits, but may not be eligible for the actual disorder because it's about the pervasiveness. It's about you want to hit 5 out of 7 criteria, generally speaking. Anyway, that's what that line represents from what Teru said. Impossible. Are you a natural? How can there be another one like me? I thought I was the only one. I thought I was unique. I thought I was special. I thought I was above everyone else. So in a sense, the very existence of Mob represents the shattering of Teru's worldview and his sense of self. If my power does not make me special, then I am nothing. I thought I was the only one. I thought I was the chosen one. But here we are. Teru is meeting Mob for the first time. So what Teru said in the beginning is extremely significant. So let's not gloss over that. But first thing, we need to establish something here, the hierarchy. You see that? That's self-grandiosity. I'm pretty sure, yeah. At this point, I'm fairly certain that Teru is a narcissist. Clinically, based on the data and the information that's been revealed thus far. Oh, Mob's at 47%. Ochimusha? Something about superpower? Oh. Unfazed. Let's be friends.
奴の気持ちもわからんではないがな。おそらく今までずっと
Yup.
この場で自分の優位性を証明
Yup. If he does not establish his superiority by now, remember, he doesn't just believe Teru does not solely believe he is special. His identity is based on his sense of superiority. He's better than everyone else because he's the chosen one, the only one with a natural superpower. Or so he thought. Psych, sit down, Teru. But yes, the Dimple Ghost is saying he won't be satisfied. But it's actually even beyond what Dimple is saying. That's what everything I just talked about. It's not just about satisfaction. This is about maintaining and protecting Teru's sense of identity, the very foundation, the very seed of who he thinks he is, his unique position in this world. So this is about identity making or breaking in this case.
それはさておき、あのワイヤーアクションみたいな変な動きはなんだ？面倒。お前はやらないのか？
酔うからやらない。大凡人用として完成されたこのダンシング戦法が。
Yup.
おい一つ分からせてやれよ。上には上がいるってことをよ。ほら、あいつ。
Nah, he's like whatever. Yup.
超能力は人に向けていいものじゃな
That's
い
his
んだ。
moral compass.
ばっかお前。それに対してお前はどうだ？地味な生活。
So weak.
魅力なんかあると思うか？
Do you think there is anything appealing about you without your psychic powers? It's interesting because Dimple is talking to Mob, but in reality, what Dimple is saying actually reflects Teru's very sense of self, his worldview. Who am I without my psychic power? If my power does not make me special, then I am nothing. Fill in the blank. If my career does not make me special, if my bank accounts does not make me special, if my looks don't make me special, if X, Y, and Z. That's what Dimple is saying. And this is the entire thesis of Mob's journey. I will not let my power define me was the through line even in the last episode, and this continues. And is it though? And is Teru really living a fulfilling life? That he is threatened, his sense of self, his entire world is threatened just from the mere existence of another ESPer. Does that sound like a fulfilling or secure life to you? I sense nothing but insecurity, that fragile sense of self, that fragile ego. It's pitiful.
よく聞け。俺たちは人とは違う別な存在だと
Oh,
勘違いしている
Reagan!
足が速い人、歌が
Aww.
上手い人、勉強ができる人。優劣などつけられるか。
Wow.
力に自信を持つのはいいが、おごってはいかんぞ。
Being confident about who you are is fine, but don't be conceited. Oh my goodness, Reagan. Dropping bars. And many folks commented in the comment section for episode 3 that yes, Reagan is a fraud, but he cares deeply for Mob. I agree. That's why I really enjoy the character setup and who Reagan is in the series because he's so unique. He truly represents the grayness. That not everyone in the world is not black and white. It's very nuanced. Humans are complex. But his role and what he provides for a Mob and what he represents, that anchor, that safety, that acceptance for a Mob is very clear. Case in point. Right now, this flashback is showing us it's a depiction of the internalized belief and instilled teaching by Reagan for a Mob. That's huge. That's attachment style right there.
俺たちの力は使い方次第で狂気にもなる。
Yes.
刃物と同じだ。刃物でやっちゃいけないことといえばなんだ。
Wow.
それが特別な力を持つ俺たちのモラルだ。
霊言がいい。
That's the moral code for people like us to live by. All right, Reagan. All right, chill out there, buddy. You don't have any special power. But yes, major bars. I agree. So well said.
と台無しだな。
喧嘩には使わない。
Respect.
それに僕は超能力に頼った生き方はしたくない。自分の中の他の魅力を探すんだ。
Yes.
トレだって始めたし僕は変わるんだ
Yes.
変わるったって
I'm going to change. The only thing I will reframe for Mob is it's not that I'm going to, that implies future hasn't happened yet. I'd argue for Mob, the journey has begun. He already has started to change. He already joined the Body Improvement Club. He already exercised his autonomous decision making, aside from the influence of the Telepathy Club presidents and Reagan. The moment he joined the Body Improvement Club with those Silver Gorilla back friends, the man's man, the best friends, his change has already begun. So Mob, keep going. But the journey already has begun, my friends. It's not in the future. You're already going through it. You're already living that change.
違う
今度はどうだ全
バカだな。わざわざ凡人どもに合わせて生きる必要なんてないのに。
Oh! My goodness. Oh! Jeez,
僕
Mom.
の力の前では腕力も学力も法律すら無力だ。僕は特別な存在。
Yep. Narcissistic personality.
今回は引き分けで納得してくれねえか
断る。
You know, Mob
あ
is
んな奴と引
unhurt.
き分けなんて僕の人生の汚点になる。
The biggest disgrace of my life. Do you see that? It's him against the world. Hallmark of narcissistic personality.
茂雄をここで壊されるわけにはいかねえんだそりゃ
Oh.
てめえみたいな人間を相手にし
Oh. Dang.
エクボ
僕の最高ウェーブで消しと
Was Dimple dead?
かけらも残さず根元からね。
What?
エクボが
What? Dimple! Obviously, Dimple saved Mob because Mob is that opportunity for Dimple to ascend to this godhood. Nonetheless, he still displayed an act of kindness, and I'm sure Mob take that to his heart. And now, Teru, you have finally offended Mob. You've crossed the line, Teru. Man, Teru, you're gonna get humbled non-stop, I'm sure.
奴隷された
Oh man, poor Dimple. Oh, 50%. Also, to be fair, Dimple's, I guess, death only increased 2% for Mob. So it's not that significant, but still, it contributed.
つぼみちゃんかいいケツしてんじゃん俺様がお前を人気者にしてやるや
Oh, they've spent some time together.
年のやり
Yo.
てめえ
Yo, I'm
一瞬
dead.
でいいからさ試しに体を乗っ取らせてくれ
He's like the little devil's voice.
どうしたペットを消されたのがそんなに
I called it.
そうだろうな。
Only 2%.
意味もない存在だからな。それは
Yeah, keep telling yourself that, Teru.
俺様が保証する
こう言っておかないと勘違いするバカがいるんだ。
Some idiots get the wrong idea if they do not get spelled it out for them. Speak for yourself, Teru. You have no idea what's coming for you, Teru, my poor guy. Cherish this moment of false, elusive self-grandiosity, self-importance. Cherish this moment before the bubble is gonna get vaporized by Mob Kun himself.
自分でも努力すれば何かになれるってね。
You are the main character. And Reagan. That's true.
凡人とかいちいち他人を下げないといけないのかな
That's the fundamental and core difference between self-worth, believing in the worthiness of ourselves, that inner strength, our characteristics, who we are. That's self-worth versus self-grandiosity, or superiority. If your identity is based on superiority or your sense of your sense of self that you think is superior to everyone else, it's not really solid, because there will always be someone that's better than you are, better looking, smarter, harder working, bigger bank account, you name it, fill in the blank. There's always going to be someone that's better than you are. And again, if your sense of self is based on feeling superior to other people, that superiority, that illusion, that self-deception will eventually get bursted one day. And when that happens, your sense of identity will crumble along with it. That's what Mob is saying. Mob is saying that, hey, Teru, what you're displaying is not really self-worth or high self-esteem. It's just superiority. You derive that by putting other people down. It's very cowardly and it's very fragile.
いや、彼は意外といいやつだ。あんたと比べてみて。
なんだと。
Thunderstorm. I love how dramatic the animation is.
服させてやる。出力最大。ノーブレーキで行くよ。
Man. Oh! Yo, Teru's using Mop as a mop. He's mopping the floor with Mop's face in it. You're just going to keep defending? What are you talking about? Mop has not defended one time and he's still standing. Teru, you're weak. Geez, so much school destruction, dude. My god.
少し思考変えようか。
Endurance test. I love the animation. Is this an endurance test for Mob or Teru? Ow. Knives are dangerous. Nope.
いい加減に事故が起きるってば。
This is going to cause an accident, aka Teru's haircut.
お前、わざとやっただろ、これ。
What happened to his hair?
事故が起きた。
What? Yo, Teru the bald eagle? Is that you, Teru? Oh my goodness, dude. Yo, top of Teru says 0%. Oh my, Teru, I told you, man. Chill out, dude. Why did you do that to yourself? That was entirely self-inflicted.
もう許さねえ。謝っても許さねえからな。
Oh my gosh. Oh, that's cool. Wow, that's pretty cool, actually.
今、より一層落ち武者っぽくなったとか思っただ。
What's Ochimusha?
言ってない。
What's Ochimusha?
なんだな。のことも名前はなんて言うんだい。
影山茂雄。
影山。
Yo, what a show, man. What an episode.
そうすることでより本気になれる。
Oh.
終わらせたければ打ち負かしてみろ。
Oh, lightning slash.
世界の主役。全ては僕を中心に回
That's the self-importance. That's what I'm saying.
ってる気は選ばれ
Yep,
た
chosen
存在
one.
なんだ。 雲
That's not confidence. That's delusion.
僕には超能力があるからだ。全てを支配する力だ。力比べだ。
I mean, Teru's pretty strong. I mean, to be fair, he's pretty strong.
僕がいいと言ってるんだぞ。
だって大怪我をさせたくない
Again, that's his moral identity. Oof. Because only Mob knows. And Dimple, who's no longer here with us, has witnessed Mob's psychic explosive 100%. And folks pointed it out that when Mob said, "I'm terrible" in episode 3, it's actually, there's a lot of grief, sadness, even self-hatred and self-loathing. Because Mob truly despises himself when he's at the 100%. Because remember, Mob is not afraid of emotions. Wait, no. Mob is afraid of his emotions, but it's not that he doesn't have emotions. It's because Mob truly believes, based on the pattern of his past and incidents, that his emotions will hurt people. And that's why he hates that about himself. That's why his main coping, default coping, is suppressing. So as folks pointed out, which I do appreciate because that requires semantic and linguistic understanding based on the original intent of what he was said, "I'm terrible," it's self-loathing. He truly believes that his existence, when his psychic power is unleashed to the full capacity, his very existence is a burden to the world because he will hurt people because he's too powerful. He cannot control his full potential. That's what he's saying here. That I don't want to hurt you. I don't want to injure you badly. But of course, Teru has no idea. But he will still learn.
面白い冗談だ。僕を凡人どもと一緒にする。
As living creatures.
なんだと。
あいや少し大げさかなって
So polite.
だけだよ。そんな反論ができるのは。だからじゃ。
What?
僕に少し似てる超能
Deep.
力を持ってるところじゃなくて自分に全然自信がないところ
Wow. Wow.
少ない
What is it zooming in on his bald eagleness?
何の記憶も残さない脇役の凡人
So important. Wow. Deep down, you're the same as me. That is so well articulated. Enough said. You are deep inside, Teru. You know that you are nothing without your psychic power. And by the way, what's psychic power? It's a natural ability, aka something we were born with, aka it's unearned. It's a privilege. Teru did not earn his sense of identity. Teru did not earn his psychic power. He was born with it. He's a natural. And because it's not earned, people can take it away. The moment he sees and faces someone or encounters someone that's more powerful than he is, that makes his sense of superiority through his psychic power seems like nothing. And because it's unearned, it's fragile. Do you guys see that loop? And here, Mob hits it, just stabs Teru's heart with truth. That's why Teru is narcissistic, because he is trying to grasp for that totality, that elusive sense of total control. But he's not, because he knows that he's nothing without his power. And his power is what makes him feel like he's something. Except the difference is Mob refuses to go that route, because Mob knows that it's not intrinsic. It's not a meaningful substance. It's external.
超能力がないと何もできないってことを認めたくないんだと思う
They are the same.
凡人だもの
Wow.
超能力がこもってない
This is huge. Like what Mob just said, like what his monologue, he's not using his power. Even the way Teru ran towards Mob, he didn't teleport, he didn't blink, he didn't blitz forward using his power. He ran like an average human being who without psychic powers. That's desperation. A level deeper, he's now choking Mob against the wall, again without his psychic power. What does that mean? This is such a powerful portrayal of moral injury. Definition right here. Moral injury. Teru's sense of identity is shattered. His worldview crumbled. his sense of self diminished because he realized Mob is right. That's why he's resorting to physical violence as a person. This is a psychological exposure. This is the most vulnerable emotionally and psychologically Teru has been since the fight has begun. Because Mob, as a more powerful ESPer than Teru, unveil the curtain of disguise, the curtain of self-grandiosity, the curtains of narcissistic protection, and peeped into the veil behind that fragile ego. Mob is seeing, and he saw right through Teru. And he's seeing Teru for who he really is. Just another average person who happened to be born with this unearned psychic ability. Tremendous importance to his choking scene. Huge.
僕は何をしている
Yep.
なぜこうなった力さえ使えば何もかも思い通りになった
You took my world.
お前がお前という存在がぶち壊した
Yep. Oh.
ダメ
Mob! When Mob says don't, he's not afraid of him getting choked out because he knows. Mob knows he's never going to die. He's too powerful. His alter ego, his unleashed sense of self will come out and protect him. But that's not going to be a pretty sight for Teru. And that's why Mob is saying, like, don't. I can't use them. He's saying that he's pleading, not for the sake of his own self and his own safety. He's pleading for the safety of Teru. Oh, Mob, his level of self-constraints, self-restraint, his moral compass, his principle, deeply, deeply admirable. Especially he's just a middle schooler. This is so impressive, Mob.
抜けたらダメだ
Oh, here we go. Oh. What? That's Mob's last ditch effort.
それどこまで僕を否定
Oh.
するなあ影山
Oh no.
人はそう簡単に変われないんだよ
People can't change that easily. Teru is projecting his, again, fragile sense of self. People can't change that easily. Why? Because I must have tried in the past. I tried to change, but it didn't work for me. And I had to rely on my psychic power to lie to myself that I'm special. But his popularity with girls, his perfect score, everything, the reverence, the fear that he instilled in those gang leaders, all of those achievements, all of that is a facade. All of that was only achieved through his psychic power, which is unearned, by the way. In a sense, it's effortless. If it's effortless, in a sense, it doesn't count. Because here's the punchline. Here's the question. I ask this to my client often because I believe in this. Do you guys believe there is great purpose to your suffering? Are you suffering just for the sake of, which is nihilistic? Or do you believe you're suffering because you truly believe there's purpose behind it? Right? I share this with my clients too. Did you guys know that not every single caterpillar becomes a butterfly after the cocoon phase? Again, I'll say that again. Not every caterpillar after the cocoon phase becomes a butterfly. Right? Many of them get trapped in the cocoon phase and they get deprived of oxygen, nutrition, etc. and they end up dying. But the ones they do break it out becomes butterflies. This beautiful, admired, awe-inducing butterflies. And butterflies universally represents in storytelling what? Renewal, hope, beautiful transformation. We can only tap into our beautiful transformation on the other side of suffering. Growth often happens through the avenue of suffering. Do we believe there is great purpose beyond our suffering? Because what Teru's achieved did not require suffering. It's effortless. It's a shortcut. And if it's a shortcut, it's not long lasting. Whereas what Mob is going through, that restraint, him working out physically, joining the body improvement club, him trying to fight through and move through his insecurities, his physical insecurities, he is choosing the path of high resistance. He's choosing the narrow path, as the Bible would say, because he knows there is purpose behind his suffering. And because he knows by not taking the shortcut of his psychic power or through his psychic power, he will and he is experiencing and he is undergoing meaningful change. People can change. And you don't want changes that come too easily. Because if it comes too easily, it is not long lasting. It is not meaningful. This is so deep.
もう諦めろ。超能力を使え。
Oh, oh, flashback for Mob.
小学生が調子こくら
Oh God, jeez, dude. Oh, Ritsu. Oh man.
使わない。僕は変わるんだ。
Oh, Mob. Dang. Oh, what is that? Oh, he went unconscious?
おい影山。おい、おい起きろよ。待て、僕を置いてくな。
Teru says, wait, don't leave me behind. This actually reminds me, let's double click on the verbiage that Teru said earlier. Stop rejecting me or do not reject me. But when did Mob reject him? He rejected Teru based on his own perception and feelings by Mob not using his psychic power, which is a commonality, which is what sets them apart from maybe average person who doesn't have psychic power. So in that sense, this is the callback to the title of last episode. Psychic power kinship, kin. In a sense, I think Teru sees himself in Mob just like Mob saw himself in Teru. And Teru's like, don't leave me behind. And of course, Teru, he didn't want to kill Mob. He even said it, I'm not going to kill him. I'm just going to teach him a lesson and just force him to use the power. That's why, wait, don't leave me behind. Do you hear that? That is a far cry of someone who is lonely. That screams loneliness. That screams he's rejected himself. That's why he's numbing himself through this psychic power, through this superiority, through this grandiosity, through this narcissistic personality trait. It's a defensive mechanism. He's protecting himself because he feels so lonely and unaccepted by the world. That's why Teru is saying that, wait, don't leave me behind. Stop rejecting me. Don't worry, dude, he's not dead.
と花沢照樹超能力者よりどころを拒絶し合った結果そこに勝者はなく共感のみが両者の胸に深く刻まれる結果となった
Wow, okay.
かに思えた
Oh! Whoa, Mob is back. His alter ego. Whoa! New status on what is this question mark percentage? Whoa, I just got goosebumps. It didn't quite reach 100% with the barometer because he kept trying to resist the change. Or he tried to resist his alter ego coming out. That emotional / psychic explosion. But he tried to anchor himself through the flashback of Ritsu to remind him that I will not hurt a fellow human being. I've learned my lesson. His internalized belief manifesting. But then right before he was choked out, now it's question. I'm guessing this represents subconsciousness. A deeper sense of his subconsciousness that maybe Mob has never reached, at least through the show. Let's see. Nah. Whoa. He got naked. Just like that. Teru the bald eagle. He's truly bald everywhere. Oh man, this is Teru's ultimate bald eagle form. My goodness.
影山我慢できずに超能力を使いやがった
Oh, he's unconscious.
この力なんだ僕の力が影山に吸い込まれた
Whoa.
いや
He's like a black hole, like a vortex. Wow.
テルはそこに触れてはいけない何かを感じ
The identity unknown. Whoa, second goosebump. Oh my gosh, what the? This is the black hole effect. too late, bro. He's unconscious. Pure bliss.
僕って凡人だったんだな。
Wow. I hope Teru doesn't die, right? He could self-rescue
モブ
himself
は
by
すぐ
using his
に
power.
悟った。自分
97.
は変わること
No.
感情をぶつける先が見つからない。矛盾をはらむ無力感に飲まれる。
Oh man. Sadness, 100% sadness. He's grieving. Whoa, this
そ
is
れは
crazy
モ
though.
ブの
What the
自
heck?
らに対し
Resistance towards himself. Wow, he's reached 100% sadness. So I guess the question mark was not the 100%. It's like his dormant self, his unconsciousness being awakened. And there's a callback to the analysis and what folks mentioned in episode 3 about I'm terrible. That self-hatred, that self-loathing. And even the commentator said it. This is his resistance toward himself. In the I'm a therapy, life coaching world, right? There's a saying that what resists persists. Despite Mob's every effort in his fiber of a being, trying to suppress his emotions, because of his core belief based on incidents of hurting Ritsu unintentionally in the past, he believes the only way for himself to change is by suppressing and denying a part of himself. Emotions are a part of us, whether we like it or not. Trauma, the experiences, the things that happen to us outside of our control are a part of us, whether we like it or not. Literally. That's the field of epigenetics, definition right here. Epigenetics. Genetics are nature, right? Just like genetic gifts like psychic power for Mob and Teru. Epigenetics is the change of DNA expression, how DNAs express themselves without changing their molecules. That's the nurture. Epigenetics are nurture based on the environments, the experiences. That's why what happens to us is literally a part of us and on an epigenetical level. So if it's a part of us, how can we suppress them and deny them? How can we reject a part of us, whether it's trauma or in Mob's case, his own emotions? The only way is through. What that means and how that translates here for Mob and all of us is we have to first accept and acknowledge that there are a part of us, the shadow self, that we are afraid of. Whether it's anger, whether it's a psychic power through this symbolic representation, fill in the blank, whether it's the sadness, the depression, the anxiety, you name it. We need to first acknowledge that, yes, we have these emotions that maybe we don't want to embrace, maybe we don't enjoy. We still have to accept it though. We still have to acknowledge it though, because they're still a part of us. And then we put in the work, process the emotions. How do we process it? How do we confront the parts that we don't like in an honest, authentic, and productive way, either through confidential therapy, coaching, reading books, church, talking to wise counsels in our lives that doesn't have to be professionals, best friends, your partners, boyfriend, girlfriend, spouses, parents. There are many different avenues of processing our emotions, but we have to process them. But how can we process our emotions, the emotions that we don't like, if we do not acknowledge them first? So I think for a Mob, the missing pieces is he has not fully accepted. He's trying to deny that. He's like, no, that's not me. The anger is not me. Although he recognizes the outcome of his emotions, the behavioral, psychic consequences of his emotions, he acknowledges that. But he does not acknowledge the emotions themselves. By doing that, Mob is not acknowledging and accepting a part of him. That's what the narrator meant. This is his resistance towards himself. And as long as we keep resisting that, denying a part of us, the true, meaningful, long-lasting change will not happen. Because how can all of us, this whole person, change if we keep rejecting a part of us? Does that make sense? But Mob, I believe in you. Oh, school's rebuilt. Whoa. That's wild. Okay, Terra's back too.
テルさんだいたぞあそこだ
あ、
なんだ
Also, why does the camera have to show those butt hair on Teru's butt, dude? My goodness. Truly a bald eagle.
見たろ影山。みんな
Oh, body improvement club.
怪我はないのか。
僕は
Oh, as soon as Teru said that, Teru's underlings ran away. But body improvement club, the silverback gorilla club, they're still accepting in these social warmth and acceptance for mob. And I think deep inside, that's what Teru wants. True acceptance. True acceptance. Because once Teru learns that the world, and there are some people within this world, can and will accept him without the need for his psychic power, I think then Teru can internalize and believe that, oh wow, if the world and there's some people can accept me for who I am without all the other fluff and things, then maybe, just maybe, I can also accept myself. That's the work, y'all. That is the process. That is the journey. I hope that happens for Teru too.
よし、ならいい。今日はもう帰ってスクワットだ。
Do more squats. Leg day's not over yet. Yep.
乾杯だよ。
Teru lost, but he won. Because now he has a new ideal. He has a new updated worldview. His new sense of self and identity can be rebuilt. It's like the phoenix. Phoenix, why is Phoenix one of the most powerful and mystical creatures? Because Phoenix must die for it to be reborn through the ashes. I hope that happens to Teru. I hope Teru goes from a bald eagle to a phoenix. Frog? Mao Mao?
3時間ほど探したが結局エクボは見つからなかった。
Oh, Dimple. R.I.P. Dimple.
兄さん、おかえり。風邪ひくよ。
Oh.
ありがとう。
He won't, but such
今日は遅か
wholesome
ったね。
brotherly love.
ご飯は？いいや、もう寝るよ。
Long day.
なんか元気ないね。どうかした？
Sadness, that self-hatred,
何かあ
man.
ったら相談に乗るからね。おやすみ。リツ、
Oh, so wholesome.
あの時はごめんね。あの時？兄さんが車に酔って僕のパーカーのフードに入った時。いや、まあその時もごめん。超能力の事故の時、どうしても思い出せないんだ。あの時、
Aww.
僕はリツに何をしたんだろう。
This is reconciliation with himself.
高校生に絡まれた時のね。兄さんにはいつまでも気にすることじゃない。おやすみ。
Do you see that when Ritsu was saying that camera zoomed into Ritsu's hand? This is like micro expression, right? Or micro like bodily expression. Ritsu's hand kind of tightened his grip with the handlebar or the door handle, which I'm guessing tells me that Ritsu is lying. I think this is a white lie. I think Mob did accidentally and unintentionally hurt everyone, including Ritsu, with that psychic incident. But of course, Ritsu understands Mob's guilt, his sense of responsibility. But it wasn't Mob's fault. He was even younger than he is now. And just like any children, impulse control, can children fully control themselves? No. If they could, they wouldn't be called children. I mean, there's so many adults who can't even control themselves fully, let alone children. That's what Ritsu is saying, that, hey, you should get over it. It wasn't your fault. You protected me. That is the truth, right? But I think it's a white lie based on him grip. Will that help with Mob's process? That's Teru the bald eagle. Oh, let's hear from Ritsu's recollection. Oh. Everyone flew away. Oh, just like that.
あれは兄さんじゃなかった。
Whoa. Goosebumps again. That wasn't Nissan. That question mark status. Whoa.
ない。
Whoa. So much mystery.
風邪をひいた。
He caught a cold. Speaking of change, Mop got cold. That's a change, right? Wow, dude. Wow. I absolutely love this show. So deep. And the more I analyze it, the deeper it feels. Anyway, y'all, thank you guys for tuning in as always. What a wonderful show. And as always, please remember, you matter. We all matter. And let's cultivate inner strength, our sense of self, by increasing our self-worth without that self-superiority. Because none of us are better than each other. Because we're all humans. We share the collective identity of the human species. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. Until next week. Peace.